All right, so today is November 15th, 2016. I am joined today on this Haturday episode of my podcast with Arthur Ryan on the left side and Stephen Long on the right side. Thank you both for joining me, as always. And let's begin this edition of Haturday. To begin, let's recap the Jets and how miserable this season has been for me. The Jets lose in the worst football game in the history of the National Football League, 9-6 to the LA Rams. The Jets now go into the bye week with a 3-7 record and have to play the Patriots when they come off the bye. At this point of the season, do we even give Fitzpatrick a chance to go back in, or do we just say Bryce Petty, Hackenberg, let's roll with that?
Yeah, I think he's kind of done.
Yeah, Bryce Petty, Hackenberg, roll with that.
I mean,
don't know. Is Fitzpatrick injured?
I mean, he did hurt his knee. He sprained his knee or something, but it was a coach's decision apparently, and Petty was apparently the best quarterback to play. I don't know. I think at this point of the season, it's a lost cause. Obviously, you drafted Hackenberg second round. I say it has to be time to give him a look or at least a chance.
Absolutely, you have nothing to lose.
Yeah, you seriously have nothing. Seriously, have nothing to lose at this point. Geno Smith was also one of the quarterbacks in the Jets QB circus, and he tore his ACL and will no longer probably play for the Jets ever again due to his expiring contract. But yeah, the Jets are now at 3-7, and we're cooked for this year. We're done.
Yeah. You should trust the process and tank and get your quarterback.
Go with Lamar. Actually, Arthur, on the last episode, or the last podcast, excuse me, Cakes came on and said that the answer for the Jets QB problems, Tony Romo.
That's nuts.
I agreed with him.
Yeah.
Tony Romo wasn't the quarterback answer for the fucking Cowboys. How is he the fucking answer for the goddamn Jets?
The Jets aren't as good as the Cowboys.
Would you take Tony Romo over Bryce Petty? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But you're still going to be like the same middle-of-the-road team.
But, I mean,
they're definitely one of the worst teams right now.
Would you take Tony Romo over Fitzpatrick? Yes.
I don't know. Fitzpatrick gets injured less.
Yes, but Tony Romo, when he plays, he wins games. He just can't do it in the playoffs, and it's not a problem for me because the Jets never make the playoffs anyway. I'm fine with that, as long as he can give me like a 500 record. Tank for Lamar. I'm for it.
Tank for Lamar. Tank for Deshaun. Tank for fucking Jabril.
I'll take Jabril.
Sick.
So let's talk about another AFC matchup, the AFC East matchup. Tom Brady and the Patriots pick up their second loss on the season to the Seattle Seahawks and Russell Wilson. The final score of that was 31-24. Russell Wilson, he is back.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
I don't think so.
He beat the best team in football yesterday.
I don't even think he's considered elite anymore, to be honest with you.
Listen, he had a slow start. I would know this because I have him in fantasy, and it's painful. But he has been picking it up recently. The past 2 weeks, he's starting to run the ball again as well as throw it. And he beat Bill Belichick's Patriots.
I think it was a fluke.
Yeah, it was a fluke.
Despite the loss,
if Tom Brady doesn't fumble and they run it, they should have just ran it. They should have just pounded it in with fucking LeGarrette Blount.
He was cooking. He had 2 touchdowns that game.
Yeah. Three.
Oh, excuse me, 3. 3. I'm sorry.
Doug Baldwin had 3.
Mm-hmm. Doug Baldwin. I also sat him in fantasy. Nice.
That's a smart move, Mike.
Yes.
Mariota did good too. Did you play him?
Yeah, I played Mariota because Carr was on the bye, so I had to play him and Cam, and they did all right.
I forgot to set up my lineups this week.
Paulo beat me by like 6 points. Steven. It was a heartbreaker. Like, he had Andy Dalton.
Paul's gay.
Andy Dalton, and like I was
You want to win.
Yeah, he had Andy Dalton. I had Sterling Shepard, and if Sterling Shepard caught one more touchdown, I would have beat him easily. Just the way the cookie crumbles. Now, despite the loss to the Seahawks, is Tom Brady still your number 1 candidate for MVP?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Oh,
He has 4 less games than everyone else.
and he's still probably gonna win MVP.
Yeah, he still probably is. He's a quarterback.
Yeah.
It's either him or Ezekiel Elliott.
I was gonna say, do you give it to Ezekiel Elliott?
Yeah, I'm good as well too.
He's been grubbing this year.
But I don't know if his numbers are that good. He just wins games.
True. Let's switch over to baseball and story that's gonna kill me.
Oh, don't do it to me.
I never thought this day was gonna come.
Talk about it. It hurts my heart.
All right, I'm just gonna do it to you. You ready? Bartolo Colon is no longer a New York Met.
OGM.
I'm hurting. He's now a member of the Atlanta Braves, and he is also joined by a former Met Cy Young winner, RA Dickey, knuckleball guy.
Knuckles.
You know, the only thing really getting me through this loss is I try to think of the Mets as, you know, like Bartolo's home, you know, and we made him strong enough so he could fly. So now we have to watch him fly.
Listen, he's 43.
We got to get him.
He's 42, 43. I don't know how old he is. He's up there. He hit his first home run this season with the Mets, and it was unbelievable.
That's a memory.
Ah, goosebumps. Even the call on it. The call on it was the impossible has happened, while Bartolo was like walking around the bases because he was like kind of running.
Walking. I was gonna say you can't even say he was running around the bases because he doesn't even walk.
He was chugging. He was chugging.
He was shook.
Did the Braves pay him?
The Braves did pay him actually. The Braves are paying him a 1 year contract, no second year option for $14 million. Yeah.
Wow.
That's heat right there. Tolo.
I guess I know. I feel like the Mets should have given him 16 though, because he's worth it.
The problem is the Mets have a full pitching staff if they're healthy. They have Syndergaard, they have DeGrom, they have Harvey, they have Matz, and they have Wheeler. So they wanted Tolo as like a bullpen guy, and or a long starting guy if someone got hurt, but it's not worth paying a guy who's that old. 14 mil.
Yeah, sure.
That's a lot of Skrilla.
Take.
So that means that the Braves have now signed the 2 oldest pitchers in baseball with Bartolo Colon and R.A. Dickey. And now it is rumored that... Yeah. And now it is rumored that White Sox ace Chris Sale can be possibly traded to Atlanta this offseason. So exciting stuff for the Atlanta Braves and the National League East. Speaking of the National League East, get out of here! Get out!
Braves love.
You definitely just bought that because you heard Tolo was going there. You're like, all right, I gotta get this.
No. My dad works in Atlanta, so I asked him to get a hat.
And you heard that Tolo was going there.
It's my test taking hat.
It's my test taking aces.
Because it has an A on it, so I get A's. That's how it works.
It's fair enough. I like it. Speaking of the National League East, let's talk about the New York Mets without the big sexy. Neil Walker has accepted his qualifying offer of 1 year, $17 million with the New York Mets. And obviously, Yoenis Cespedes, who opted out of his player contract of 3 years, had declined the qualifying offer of $17 million, making him an official free agent.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous because there could be an offseason where I lose both Big Sexy and Cespedes.
That's tough.
I don't know if I can do baseball next season without them. Do you guys? Is Cespedes going to stay? Is he walking? Is he going to take more beans elsewhere?
He seems like the type of guy that would go where the money is.
Yeah.
But I think he likes New York.
I think he does too. That's why I think he could stay if the Mets pay up. If they reach into the wallets and say, you know what, this guy's worth it.
Enough money, he'll definitely stay in New York.
Yeah, absolutely.
He needs to stay with one team. He's been on how many teams already? He needs to just figure it out.
Well, he started with Oakland. Then got traded to Boston for John Lester, and then got traded to Detroit, and from Detroit got traded to the Mets. And the Mets actually, to get Yoenis Cespedes, traded 2 random prospects. One guy named Luis Cessa, and the next guy was a prospect named Michael Fulmer. And Michael Fulmer is no random prospect now, as it just came out yesterday that he is the American League Cy Young winner. So, good job, Mets.
Rookie of the year.
No, it's AL Cy Young.
Oh, was the Cy Young?
Yeah, even better.
That's it.
So I think
the plumber in the offseason.
no AL. I don't even know who the AL Rookie of the Year was. It wasn't Gary Sanchez. Corey Seager won it for the NL with the Dodgers. Actually, I think he could have won it. Actually, I think you're right. Let's switch to hockey.
All right, let's talk about hockey.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, Mike.
I'm just gonna open up with this, and just the Islanders are just flat out horrible. That's all I have to say.
They're terrible. They're trash.
The Islanders are trash. The Islanders are sitting at 5-8.
Mm-hmm.
They have. Where is this? Where are these stats at?
Oh, he's got the stats.
Give me the sabermetrics. I'm ready.
They're scoring 2.5 goals a game, giving up 3.06. And that's never good.
Yep.
Wow.
Heat.
The Bruins have the exact same. The Bruins have the exact same goals per game, and they are in 4th in the East, and the Islanders are in 15th.
Let's talk about the Rangers, though.
Yeah.
No, let's not talk about the Rangers.
Let's talk about them Rangers.
No, let's talk about the Islanders, because you're going to trade Yaroslav Halak at some point this season, and I'm going to love every minute of it.
I don't care. I'm fine with Grice.
I keep going onto my Instagram, and all I see are Rangers videos of the game-winning goal for like the past week.
Oof.
The Rangers are like,
Mike, what are you opening on Instagram?
Oof. I am seeing hard Islanders L's. I'm seeing Knicks kind of winning recently, but I'm seeing a lot of Islanders pictures with losses.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
It's never. No, the Islanders. I think the Rangers have the best goals per game in the NHL. I have 4 goals a game, which is incredible.
They're doing a lot of scoring.
Also,
not that good of a goalie though.
They have a low shots per game, so they can't keep that scoring percentage up. So they're gonna fall back to earth eventually. But they're 12-4 right now, and that's a really good start. And I hate
How
the
the
Rangers.
Blackhawks doing?
Good. Did you see Patrick Kane's goal?
No.
Either of you see him? He was tripped and he roofed it right in front of the net.
Wow.
I'll show it to you, Mike, and you can put the highlight in here.
All right.
We can edit that in with some sabermetrics.
All right, I'm for it. We need to be like a more sabermetrics podcast. We need to be more stats.
I want to talk stats and numbers.
Yeah, same. We're numbers people here. We're numbers guys.
They gotta take us seriously. We have opinions.
Yeah.
They need to be heard.
We're valued.
We have facts to back those opinions, though.
Quote it.
Sabermetrics.
Don't add us.
I saw this thing today, Mike. Hold on, let me find it. Jaromir Jagr said some reporter asked him what makes Carey Price and Dominic Hasek, who used to play for the Sabres,
of course, and the Red Wings.
And, the Red Wings. What makes playing against them so intimidating? And he said they stop all the fucking pucks.
Wow. That's something that he can't do for us this year. It blows my mind.
Huge hockey guy.
Yeah. Halak's also started in 6 straight after he was complaining and bitching to the GM about not getting enough reps and playing time.
That's probably not good either. He probably does not like that. Also, NHL news, Brian Bickle, formerly, I think he won 2 Stanley Cups with the Blackhawks in 2013 and 2010. Yeah, 2010. He got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, which sucks dick.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Obviously. So, T's and P's.
Yeah, that's rough. I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, sucks. All right, and that's all hockey news.
All right.
Yeah.
Before I close this out, I am gonna throw something out there. It's gonna get you thinking. All right.
Hit me with the mic.
All right. This is a basketball question. This is related to the New York Knicks, Kristaps Porzingis, and compared to the Dallas Mavericks, Dirk Nowitzki. Right? You guys have seen the career of Big Dirk, the Euro, everything, just everything. When it's all said and done, who is going to have a better career? Is it going to be Kristaps or is it going to be Dirk?
It's going to be Dirk.
Oof. All right.
It's got Dirk. The longevity, dude. He's still.
I don't know. Dirk is a legend. Dirk is like top 10 scoring.
I know.
Dirk is unbelievable.
He's good.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that he's bad. I'm just saying that
Steve
Porzingis.
Steph Curry.
If you look at the way
Like,
Porzingis plays, it's the same like style of Dirk Nowitzki. And that's what Dirk even said after they lost the Knicks last night.
He stared him down.
Yeah, he stared him down after the Dirk shimmy shake right there. Fresh.
Yeah, off the glass.
New York's a bigger market, so maybe he could end up being better than Dirk.
Just because he can get more
see-
from the free agents. Yeah, he can get more
Would that
pull.
be a special sort of player to play as long as like Tim Duncan and Dirk?
Yeah, no,
Those guys
absolutely. And like,
Kevin
I'm
Garnett,
not just
too.
saying this as a Knicks fan. I'm just saying this because there's so much potential and upside with the way Porzingis can play, and he does throw some similarities to the way Dirk plays with the three ball.
He's got to hit the weight room though.
Yes.
Like, he's a little too skinny.
Well, and it's also year 2 though. That's also the
he's
problem.
Like 24, what?
I don't know. Actually, to close it out, this is gonna make you guys feel bad. Karl Anthony Towns just turned 21 today.
Who was that? He's a basketball player, right?
Yeah, NBA superstar, and he just turned 21 today. So like he can now try beer. So congrats guy.
Yeah, congrats on your first beer.
And that will be all for our Haturday podcast. Arthur and Steven, as always, thank you guys for joining, and I will see you guys
Of course.
again. Have a great and fantastic night.
Oh, you too, Mike.
Thanks.